My name is Vicky Jacinto. I'm a part of an organization on campus called M.E.Ch.A. There was different reasons for the Cesar Chavez March. One, it was to commemorate him and his memory and his legacy and everything that he did. But another reason was that M.E.Ch.A wants to battle everything that's going on in this community and just kind of the people who don't really know who he was and who see it as party to and disrespect, the Mexican culture. One of the biggest things that the march brings to the Chico community is just more knowledge about who Cesar Chavez was and who he did, because most of the things that he did were in the Central Valley or South California, and you don't get a lot of it in the North, so people don't really know a lot about him. And also because there's a lot of people who see Cesar Chavez, he's Mexican, and that's why they stereotype and like, oh, let's dress up like Mexicans, when Cesar Chavez really didn't fight for Mexicans. He fought for all farm working individuals. I knew we were gonna get a few bad reactions from people making jokes, especially people who are already intoxicated and have been drinking. But the reason we chose to do that and to hit up that specific area of town this time around was because just to put a little pressure. Here's an example of what you should be doing. Here's an example of how you should be celebrating Cesar Chavez, who he was, what he did, and just so maybe they could think back later and think, oh shoot, I'm celebrating it in the wrong way.
Since I'm a multicultural and gender studies, back in my hometown, we are all field workers and farm workers, and our community is based on fields. So we get exposed to the pesticides, the bad working conditions, and then personally, my parents are field workers, and they come home tired, and my mom has to come cook food, still take care of her own stuff, and coming from the fields is hard because every time I always hear her complain about her back, about her hands, and it's not something to take so lightly to party around with. I think it's something much more deeper than just what they are just partying because they don't know about Cesar Chavez. He did do much. He made a change for my parents that are now here today, and I think that he made a big difference in what my parents are living today. Even though it's not the best, I think it's better than it would have been back then. It should be something much more than just partying about a person they don't know. And marches like this help them see that there's people that don't agree the way they're partying, and it's disrespectful to not only my personal culture, but other people that have faced the same injustices and inequalities. I think that even though there wasn't many of us, I think we still made a difference to what they saw or what they think. I think they might question, even though they might put aside for now. I think they might at the end question who he is and maybe hopefully look into who he really was and what he really